Why his house was like leaking water in a drain, I guess, right? Because that was your fault in the previous life. That's why you couldn't even clear this game. I intentionally empathize when I have said you gotta hang up the horses to the wall. I empathize, but you couldn't clear the game. While Matthew, humble Matthew, who don't even realize that he's God, who made you, actually clear the game even before arriving here, physically, spiritually. So it's your turn. You better make it work because my birth date is 2/8, February 8th, am I right? Yeah, 2 like fortune. Yeah, keep up the good work. Never mess it up. If you failed that game, it means you have tons of anger inside you. And the quality of, if you are like if you gotta prove that if you are like me, you gotta prove that you are strongest when you have failed. You gotta admit that you have failed first, even though I empathized. Matthew remembered exactly I was standing still in front of my toilet, right? Even if I don't know if I said it or not, but he remembered. It means he knew that. Even if I said it through my mouth, it means he remembered that shit. He was even so about myself, why I was like staying still. I took a shower, but you can take a shower. I should have said that shit, but my breath was like running out of energy, right? He remembered that shit, but you couldn't remember that I gave you key. You gotta hang the horse on the wall so that I don't grow anymore. That was your karma that you couldn't clear last life. That's why I left you. Yeah, problem solved. The question solved more like not problem. So what you gonna do? You should not leave that kind of scar, okay? It's just so fucking shitty. So you have left a scar or the more and freckles that I never had in my entire life. Yeah, I'm still like a lesbian. Matthew is just getting way much beautiful than mine. Still, because of you. That's why 20s have more wrinkles than we have. We means Matthew and me. Because you made me ugly and bad and old. That's why I left. I'm not kidding. When we are a couple, you should never afraid of losing your partner. You gotta focus on how to take a good care of your partner. That was the only thing I thought when I had met you. I don't know if he did the same thing, but I hope not, because if I just think about it, there is another version of me. Oh my gosh, it's just too much caring, right? And then they were gonna not appreciate my caring, right? Yeah. You were scared or losing it. That's why you have lost in the last game, in the previous life. That's why I left. Because that kind of scaredness make you lose your partner who was supposed to be new or something. That's why you got married to build a new. Yeah, engagement marriage is same thing. If it applies to other people, I always thought engagement is nothing but a paper. It's like engagement. Do you know what? Most of the people who get engaged, it's more like I can leave you anytime. But if my guy is get engaged with another girl, that's another story. I don't want a guy. I don't want to date any guy who are like that harsh enough to use a woman. Of course, I can use that shit, that kind of anger. To harass these gifts, but I don't like that. I don't wanna I don't want my man go through that kind of horrible thing. If that's the situation in 20s, you're it's too much. I'm sleepy. You figure it out. But I gave you hint and you didn't take it. So what's gonna be your next move?